Lead on, adventurer, your quest awaits, and on today's journey, we are going to be looking at the Dragon's Lair Overhaul Edition recently released by New Wave Toys. Very excited to see that this mini 1/6 scale Replicade arcade cabinet has finally been re-released by New Wave Toys. There were a lot of people, including myself, who missed out on the first time when they tried releasing this cabinet in the past, but now we have an opportunity to own it. I went ahead and I did purchase one, so one of these is mine, and guess what? The kind folks over at New Wave Toys also sent me a second one, plus one of the new stools, for the purpose of making this review video. As always, these cabinets are constructed with premium materials including wood, metal, plastic, and real miniaturized arcade parts, miniaturized T-molding, fantastic graphics, and some improvements over the original New Wave Toys Dragon's Lair cabinet, including a raised lettering on the coin door, on the metal. It's got a real metal coin door, and it works. The buttons work, which is great for starting the games as well as for entering the options. This also includes a better, more powerful processor to enable HDMI screen mirroring, because they are going to be releasing a mini CRT TV that you can stick on top of this cabinet. Also includes individually numbered cabinet branding, red T-molding option, mini prop replica of the commercial grade LaserDisc player, which I'll show you shortly, all kinds of goodness. The really fun thing about collecting these mini arcades is that they're perfectly sized to fit on a bookshelf, a bar, a desk, etc. I mean, I absolutely love having these on display. I've made no bones about it in all my prior reviews covering these products that I primarily don't play these, even though they're fully functional and they play wonderfully for the most part. For me, they're mostly display-only decorations. And when it comes to recreating classic arcade machines, nobody does it better than New Wave Toys. Just take a look at this waterfall control panel matching the original arcade on this recreation unit. Looks absolutely fantastic. The artwork looks perfect. The shape of the mold. And of course, the controls. The controls are fantastic. We have real arcade buttons with micro switches on here. Real arcade 4-way joystick. And they're nice and tight, and they play wonderfully considering this is a mini arcade machine. But the cool thing, of course, is you can plug in a USB controller to play on this device. I love seeing that New Wave Toys was able to recreate in miniature scale the original Dragon's Lair marquee, which had its own unique shape and style. They did a fantastic job on the artwork, as well as the mold and the shape of the cabinet. This looks really like what a Dragon's Lair arcade cabinet would look like. For your display, you do get a gorgeous 4.2-inch screen with a traditional 4:3 aspect ratio. This game is playing the original 1983 Dragon's Lair LaserDisc running off of a Daphne emulator. The game looks, plays, and feels the way it should have back in the day. Beneath the marquee and above the monitor, you'll see we have some faux speakers, because the real speakers are on the back of the cabinet, but even more impressive is New Wave Toys was able to recreate the original miniature alphanumeric scoreboard, and it's fully functional during your gameplay. This is a huge win, and I'm so glad that this is included on this mini arcade. You'll notice on the back of the cabinet, we got a lot going on here, man. We got some stickers in the top left corner. I think this is unique to the Overhaul editions, where all the cabinets are going to be individually numbered. This one is 373 out of 2,000. Once all pre-orders ship, they will go ahead and release these for purchase on their website. They should have a batch left over. You'll have your power rocker switch, you'll have your volume slider toggle, you'll notice you have a USB-C port for charging, and also USB 1, USB 2 ports, and HDMI ports. That way you can plug and play this on a TV, mirror the display on a TV, or use a USB controller to play versus the control panel if desired. I mean, that's a heck of a lot of awesome features on the back of this mini arcade cabinet, which is now technically a mini arcade console, considering you can play this on your television if desired, or mirror the display, and I can't wait to see what those mini CRTs they're going to be releasing later this year look like. Also, you'll find a hidden drawer that includes a mini replica of the commercial-grade LDV 1000 LaserDisc player that was used in the Generation 2 production runs of Dragon's Lair. You can unwrap it, take a look at it, it opens up, there's a mini LaserDisc included with the goodie bag inside the box that you can stick in there, but this is always a nice little feature to have on the inside of the cabinet for fun. Speaking of goodies, included with your purchase is your USB to micro USB cable to charge the device. Love that you can charge these, you don't have to plug them in. As well as you get 4 different color ball tops that you can choose from if you wanted to change out the original red ball top. You got black, pink, yellow, and blue. You might say, well, why would you need different color ball tops for your joystick? Well, they do include an optional artwork package here that you could stick on the control panel if desired. If you didn't want to go with the original artwork and wanted to go with this custom design as well, all you gotta do is cut out the perforated holes and go ahead and mount this and stick it onto the control panel. The printing style on the user manual for your mini arcade is set up in the same style as the original user manual that came with the original arcade. I love it when New Wave Toys does fun little Easter egg touches like this. There's an envelope inside the goodie bag that includes inside of it a very cool bonus Dragon's Lair one-sheet mini poster. This is set up to look a lot like what a movie poster would look like from back in the day. And the artwork style of this is pretty cool. I really like this print. I'm going to find like a little mini 3x5 frame and hang this on my wall somewhere. I absolutely love this. This was a nice little bonus addition to the cabinet purchase. You also get a pretty sexy little Daphne sticker. You can put this wherever you want. Don't let me tell you what to do with it. And of course, here it is, a recreation of the original LaserDisc that you could stick into the LaserDisc player, hidden in that back drawer on the back of the cabinet. Kind of hard to see on this camera because it's so small, but that LaserDisc does say Dragon's Lair. And of course, it just fits right in there. Shut the door. And oh my goodness, it's like being a kid again, knowing that you got these bonus goodies hidden inside of your toy. Stick your LaserDisc player back in its drawer, and then go ahead and stick that in the back of the cabinet, and you're good to go. And last but not least, included with your purchase, you're going to get in that little goodie bag, you're going to get 4 miniaturized tokens to use for your arcade cabinet. Now, the token slots on the coin door don't have holes all the way through them, so technically you can't drop the tokens all the way in. All you have to do is press the buttons when they're lit up to activate the start button or get into the menu. But you can open the coin door and drop the tokens in there if desired. Now, with my review unit, I was pleasantly surprised to see in the box from New Wave Toys one of their upcoming stools. These haven't officially been released yet, but they are available on the website to purchase. I think they're like $19.99, but use coupon code FORTUNE20. Might help you save 20% on these purchases. But these are the mini stools meant for your action figures, for your dioramas, and your displays. They're really good quality. Really impressed with this if I wanted to set this up on display and put a little action figure in front of it. I think people are going to be pretty happy with these mini stools to add to their displays for their mini arcade collections. Turning on the cabinet, could it be simpler? Just hold in the rocker switch on the back and you'll notice that the marquee will light up as well as the scoreboard will light up, and then the monitor will turn on the display and start booting into the game.
Fantasy adventure where you become a valiant knight on a quest to rescue the fair princess from the clutches of an evil dragon. You control the actions of a daring adventurer finding his way through the castle of a dark wizard who has enchanted with...
Unfortunately, due to the size of this little mini 4.2-inch screen, it's kind of hard to get in there with cameras and capture really good footage. If it looks a little faded or something of that nature, guys, that is the DSLR camera. That's the auto-dimming features on the camera. The screen itself is vibrant, colorful, looks absolutely stunning. And speaking of stunning, take a look at the light-up marquee here in this camera shot. The light-up marquee looks absolutely perfect. Love it! You can press the Player 2 coin button at any time to access the dip switch settings for this unit. You could adjust the screen brightness, you could adjust the game audio if you want it coming out of the Replicade or going through the HDMI if you're playing on the TV, turn your attract mode on or off, adjust the number of lives for Dirk, have your marquee turned on or off, difficulty level the game. If you want any sounds with the joystick when you're pressing the joystick, that beep, beep, screen blanking on or off. Lots of great options for you to tinker with and play the way you want to play. And as you can see in this particular camera shot, the scoreboard is fully functional while playing, which is absolutely fantastic. Love having this mini alphanumeric scoreboard on the arcade cabinet. That works! Well, how does the gameplay? In my own personal opinion, I think the gameplay works really, really well. In fact, I also think that the audio on this little mini arcade cabinet is dialed in and lined up more with the video footage than it is on other arcade products that have tried to release Dragon's Lair cabinets in the past. Everything kind of matches. Let's take a listen. The audio appears to be pretty synced up to me in my own humble opinion, but let me know if you feel otherwise. I'm very impressed with how this game plays on this mini arcade cabinet, and sure enough, once again, you could do HDMI out to a TV, plug in a controller, or play using the console joystick, and check it out on the TV if desired. Overall, I'm very, very pleased with these Dragon's Lair mini arcade cabinets by New Wave Toys. Appreciate them sending me one for the purpose of review, and I'm also happy to purchase one to support the company. They think they're doing great things. Wish they would make 3/4 scale home arcades. Hopefully they can add that to their list of upcoming projects in the future instead of just mini arcades. Let me know what you guys think about all this. I have very, very few. I can't even find any opportunities for improvement, and you guys know I'm a nitpicky kind of dude. These cabinets are fantastic, worth every penny in my opinion. Links will be in the video description below. Give me your feedback. Give us a thumbs up on the way out, and thank you for subscribing.